Hello, my name is Dylan Gonzales, and today we're going to be tying the 1 o'clock midge, or at least a slight variation. So the 1 o'clock midge is a great midge pattern, summertime San Juan, that developed for quite some time now. The vise, we got a 2488, size 24. And the variation today, although small, is going to make it in brown. This is Semperfli Nano Silk 30 denier. The slight change in this pattern from black to brown is options, right? Sometimes we notice that on darker days or warmer days that brown catch fish and black won't. This is also another variation of my 1 o'clock that will be available at Umpqua here shortly. So be sure to go into your local fly shop and bug them about it and tell them you want to get to fish the 1 o'clock midge. So as you notice, I've tied on some copper wire. This is actually Semperfli Nano Silks, or Semperfli's wire in 0.1 millimeter, and of course in the color copper. This is by far the best wire I've tied with, especially for its size. It's just an all-around great product. Semperfli makes a lot of great products. So with the wire I've just attached, we are going to rib this fly. So we are going to start making open spiral wraps up the body, just to add some segmentation. You'll notice I just went back, tied that wire in, and didn't really build bulk. With pupa, I tend to like to build a little bit of bulk, as I notice that they are a little stockier. As for adult midges, which this represents, they're a little bit thinner. So one wrap will do. At this point I like to add in a little bit of resin, just to add a little bit of shine and durability. Pinch a little bit of water. Once we can be assured that's secure, we're going to take this thread to the hook point. We're going to tie on a little bit of fluorofiber. So we're going to grab a strand and about cut it in half. Wrap it around our thread like so, and place it exactly where we want it. So this is how we're going to add legs to this fly. And I know the overall picture looks very complicated, but as you can see, it's a really simple way to add legs and some lifelike to this fly. Some realism to this fly, I guess, better. So we're going to pick up these legs, snip them off right at the rear of the hook. This is going to help us ensure our proportions are correct, as well as consistency. You can see there they splay out very neatly. Our next material is this cheeky UV from Semperfli, and the color is white. You can see it looks awesome, just for one, but it also reminds me of wings, and that's my first impression when I saw it, and that's what I've been using it for. So we're going to grab about an inch long piece of this, attach it to the top of the hook. As you can see, it's kind of splayed on there, a little crooked, which is what we want. With this extra piece, we're going to yank it back and attach that as well in the same manner. And that's going to add our split wings. Very simple and easy way to do this. So now we're going to crush these guys together, fold them in half, and we're going to snip them off at a 45-degree angle, which I'm sorry, my hands are in the way. You'll notice that that'll add the split near wings. So midges often are imitated. They're imitated great, but they're missing one thing, and the thing I've noticed is antenna. And I don't know, I've held a lot of midges in my hand, and I don't know if you guys have taken a chance to really look into them, but the antennae are kind of a key feature. They definitely stick out, and as a fly tyer, I look for features that stick out. So we're going to add some antenna on this fly, and we're doing so with just the fluorofiber. And we're just going to wrap this up, just to split it. Quick little trim. A few more thread wraps to kind of cover up everything, as well as a quick whip finish. Another thing I would like to point out is these scissors. These are the Super Stingers from Renomed, and if you've worked with nano silk, you know it can be very hard to cut as a GSP. These scissors do a phenomenal job. Very clean. Super sharp. So now we're going to kind of go through and just organize our legs. As well as add a little bit of UV resin here on top. Just to kind of solidify this fly, as it's going to get beaten up from catching a lot of fish. Make sure to cure. See those wings really splay and come to life under UV. And that's it. The 1 o'clock midge. It's a really great midge imitation. It can be fished all sorts of different ways, from under a dry to fishing it down deep and just see what eats it. This year I was lucky enough to catch a 30-inch brown, and as I'm sure you've been able to pick up from Instagram and stuff like that, it ate this midge in size 24. So it works. Thank you guys.